Hi, this is part 3 of a video sort of documenting mounting a reflex sight on a sports shooting shotgun, sporting clay shooting sports shotgun. So in the last one, you saw me initially gluing this on. This reflex sight onto the saddle mount and just adjusting it so that the center dot aimed up with roughly where the bead sight's aimed. So since then the glue's dried and it's not looking too bad. It's been about 24 hours, so it's well and truly dried by now, this one. I think I had a good amount of glue in there, not too much. You can sort of see in there that it's squished out a bit on the inside there. I think I'll just leave that inside part alone. There seems to be enough there. I'll just focus on getting more glue underneath here and in the back area here. And I don't know if you can see a little bit of light through there at the front. I'll work on getting maybe a bit of glue in there as well, just so it's more holding power. I've put a bit of masking tape just to protect this one from any mishaps that might happen. And I'm going to be overall kind of gentle with it because the glue, it's not a heap of glue, but it's pretty strong, but not as strong as I want it to be. So I've gone over it already with some alcohol. I don't know if you can see a difference in the color of the light just here, but and I've removed the bit of wire that I used to raise up the front. I snipped it in the middle and gently pulled it out the sides, putting some support on both the sight and the mount. It came out pretty easily. I wasn't too worried, but that's gone now. So okay, so I'm going to use this plastic bag like a piping bag you would in pastry or dessert chef making. So I'm gonna squirt a whole bunch of that polyurethane, sealant into this bag, and then I'm going to cut a small part of the corner out. I'm going to carefully squirt it in where I want to go. So let's be back in a moment. Okay, so here I've squirted a bunch into the bag. That's probably a generous amount. I had set quite a bit, right? I had a bit of trouble getting the corking gun going again, but just goes to show that you really don't be worried about wasting some of this stuff, because it's all, a lot of it's probably going to get wasted on projects this small anyway, so don't worry about wasting the stuff, I say. Okay, so I've tried to have as few air bubbles in there as possible, and I'm just going to put a little hole on the tip, just a teeny tiny one. That will hopefully, see that little corner there, that will hopefully give me plenty of control. So, and the plan is I'm going to use a bit of a wooden skewer to just sort of smooth it a bit like that, just so it looks a bit more uniform. I haven't completely thought this through, have I? Maybe I'll just narrow this down a bit. Can always put more in, so you can see a little bit of a thread coming out there. Okay, I'm just going to narrow this down. Get rid of that excess. Paper towel standing by. Okay, so let's just can't really see that well. Here we go. Let's try that way. Just squirt it a bit there. Just barely see it coming out. There we go. So that's going in between the gap. I might actually do this from the top. Well, maybe I shouldn't be working on making a work of art. Let's just get some stuff in there. Not too much trouble. It's not looking too bad, just got 2 dabs in there. Put a bit more in the middle. Let's try a bit over here. I need to prime it a bit more. Tell you what, this stuff is inky black. There's no mistaking where you've put it in the wrong place on your hands. It's not actually coming out. Okay, that'll have to do. It's not going to be a big finesse job, this one. Squirt a bit in the back there. All right. Oh man, you can tell this thing is just dying to get out of this bag and make a huge mess. All right, I'm sure maybe if I did this 3 times, I'd get the hang of it, but the fact is, we don't have that luxury. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that. Let's put a decent squirt down the sides. All right, it's not looking too bad. I might be ready for a bit of smoothing. All right, so this stuff's good because it's black, right? I don't have to paint it or anything. It's the same color. And I might just, I'll leave that alone. Okay, now where's my smoothing stick? Looks like it there. Didn't touch it, did I? It's pretty hard to see though. If I can't just, I'll come back to that. Let's start doing it. Let's do it in here first. Stick's not big enough now. Okay, here we go. Got a bit of straw over here. Let's try that instead. It's a bit bigger. Flatten it. Just so we can smooth it a bit. The bit of excess that's left. Oh, you can't even see. Sorry. The bit of excess that's left here will just scrape off cleanly because I can see the metal on the beyond side of it. So I'm just going to let that set. See if I can tidy this bit up here. Not perfect, but not bad for a first attempt, I think. I'm just going to leave that. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. It looks reasonably neat. Just going to leave that alone. Haven't made a disastrous mess. The sensor's still clear. You can see that there. That'll do. I think that's good. Okay, so that's that gluing part. So hopefully I don't need to do any more gluing And you can see me wiping some excess parts on there, and there's a good chunk of the stuff left too, so I'm not going to worry about it. Great. Okay, thank you.